Luke. Betray your customers, you must. Insult audience, yes. This is the way of the woke.
Around? You found out. You did.
Hey, welcome to Dino Reacts. Let's get back into this bear versus man conversation. See where it's going. It's been all over the internet, so I'm gonna give my 2 cents. So as always, let's get after it.
Well, if you was born in Pakistan, originally from Pakistan, you must have been kidnapped by me.
You've been kidnapped by you?
Of course. Because there is no option to get you, right?
Okay. You have your women over there, though.
Seriously. So you are in Canada, so I cannot say you anything.
Okay.
I cannot touch you anything. Because it is Canada.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely you couldn't touch me. There's laws to this shit here.
You know what I mean?
That's not that flattering. That's kind of scary.
Trust me, because there was no option.
Okay. Well, you have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Bye. Bye, Shabba Boom Boom.
Back to the article. Being attacked by a bear is much less common, with only 664 attacks worldwide over 15 years, and very few fatal attacks. And bears tend to avoid humans, attacking only when provoked or protecting their young. Getting close to a bear and her cubs almost guaranteed to get attacked or at least chased.
Yeah, you should probably get out of there. This is interesting. Bear's like, man, what the fuck's going on with this person? Which is like 90% of men nowadays. We don't know. What is she doing? Is that a bear whistle? Well, you have to wait.
There's bears. I saw them.
This female was lucky she was able to spot the bear first at a safe distance where she can run away. Also, women are around men thousands and thousands of times more than wild bears, because being around a bear is playing Russian roulette. It's a wild animal for a reason. It's the apex predator of an ecosystem.
Right.
Nothing can kill it except for larger bears and humans with guns. That's about it.
This man versus bear thing is so fucking stupid. None of you would choose the bear. None of you. Not one of you would choose the bear. You can sit in your kitchen and opine about what you would choose, but in a real scenario, every single one of you would immediately choose the man. If it's a dice roll, right? Isn't that the scenario that you don't know what kind of man? You just have to roll those dice, right? What?
Yeah, good point you said taking there, because I'm like, I guess I've been kind of blind to it a little bit. I've been looking at it if like the man wasn't in the scenario, but if it was a man and a bear standing there in front of each other, the bear's gonna attack one of us. Most likely the man. But if it does attack the woman's gonna look at the man like, save me. She's not gonna look at the man and be like, stay away, I choose bear. No, she's gonna look at the man and say, save me. And the man's not gonna look at the woman and say, save me. He's gonna look to himself and be like, I gotta save us. He might likely sacrifice his own life to save the woman from the bear. But do you see that happening the other way around? Do you see a woman sacrificing her life to save a man from a bear? No, I don't think so. But let's continue.
What percentage of bears do you think eat humans? Probably 100%, right? What percentage of men do these horrific things that you guys are just like addicted to true crime or something, and you've decided that we all just walk around looking for someone to traumatize? This is so...
Bro, I'm going to give you a little help. It comes from women's secret lives. A lot of women cheat, and they cheat with awful men because awful men cheat. Awful men, if they know that you're married, they don't give a fuck. And since they know that you're willing to be a woman who would cheat, they don't give a fuck about you either. So they're gonna treat you terribly. That's just how the cards are played. They're gonna treat you terribly, and then fuck the living shit out of you. Gonna blow that back out. So guys that are not in that category of men don't get why the women think that men are awful. Because the men that blow their back out are usually awful men. That's where it all comes from. It's a sick, twisted thing. Because they actually have to hold themselves accountable to the good men in their lives, especially the women who have husbands who still choose bear. They want to hold themselves to a higher esteem than you. So they're gonna keep continually pushing this narrative of evil men because that's what they're attracted to. There's always like little nuggets and Easter eggs, and when women speak, you have to listen to them. You have to listen closely.
Frustrating. Yeah, the comments are going to be like, well, he's triggered. Look at this guy, he's so mad. Well, the question itself is so, I don't know. On one hand, it's obvious. On the other, with social media, it's like, ooh, I get to carefully explain why a bear is less dangerous than a human male. What are we doing, guys?
Yep.
A bear will eat you. It will eat you immediately, guys, starting with your legs. You'll be alive most of the time you're being eaten by the bear, right? Or you can roll the dice and 9 times out of 10, get a normal dude who's like, shit, we're in the woods. How do we do this? Okay.
Bro, you got to get this. There are some delusional women out there that actually would think being eaten by a bear is a lot less dangerous than SA. And I'm not saying SA is fucking great. I'm just saying on the comparisons of scales of what's crazier. Just put 2 and 2 together. But I am not condoning SA at all. I'm just saying on the scale, getting eaten by a bear? Come on.
I'll start building the house. You forage for something. You would choose that. Stop. You're being so fucking annoying.
Continuing. This is not about generalizing or fearing all men. Women know that not all men are dangerous, but women don't know which men they should fear. Only that male violence and male entitlement to women's bodies is something that they have to be on guard for.
Wait. Women know. Don't even say that. Do not listen to any woman who says she doesn't know a good man from a bad man. They all know. They choose the dangerous men on purpose because it gives them the feels. This statement is crazy. This is all lies. Women do absolutely know which men not to fear. They do. And they go into it willfully, hoping they can change you. They always try to change the bad man to a good man. They get mad when a bad man sees a bad man. Don't fuck with this. This is all lies. And men and good men do not feel entitled to women's bodies. That's why we provide. We provide because we want to earn that right to your body. Bad men feel entitled to your body because you've given up to them willfully. I'm speaking to the ladies out there. If there is a man out there that doesn't have to take you out, that can sit on his couch, and you call him later and you come over there, let him blow your back out, and he sends you back home, that guy feels entitled to your body because that's what you gave him. You can give him nothing else. All the other guys you make work, but he doesn't have to work. He gets to just have your body. So, yes, and if you want to base all men based upon the guy that you just give sloppy toppy to and throw it away for a 15-minute drive, 30-minute sex, 15-minute drive home, that's not all men. That's your sneaky link, and he doesn't represent everybody. Man.
That's the dangers of living that city girl or SEX in the city lifestyle and the break up the nuclear family. You see, if these bedwenches actually kept their legs closed and got married as a virgin 18-year-old, they'd have a man to protect them. Before that, they'd have a father and brothers to protect them because they lived with their family until a real man took their hand in marriage.
When I see my wife cry, when I see her hurt, it crushes me. And if you don't have that kind of love and appreciation for the mother of your men out there, If you don't have that kind of love and passion for your wife, that when you see her hurt, it breaks you inside to the point of you being enraged, sad, pissed off, frustrated, mad, to the point where you want to destroy whatever did that to her, you are not doing it right.
False suggestions. Women use tears, my bro. They use tears as a weapon. They use crying as manipulation. You know what I'm saying? And they can hurt themselves by their own thoughts towards themselves for something you're not even involved in. And if you see that and you don't try to get to the root problem, bro, and you just run in there bridling, you going to get your ass beat in the street. Pray to God, I ever make a snarky comment and your woman cries in front of you and you look at me mad, you will get your ass beat, bro. I'm not threatening violence, but don't walk into an ass whooping because your woman cried over something that wasn't worth crying for. Just letting you know that, Captain. You gonna fuck around and get hurt. That's why you're looking around with your eyes like that, because you're trying to see who's resonating. No, women cry on a drop of a dime, and it's not gonna enrage me. I'm trying to get to the root of the problem, bro. Emotions don't rule. You're a man still in his emotions. You gonna mess around and get hurt, bro.
These feminists talk and stay-at-home wives are doing 3 jobs. What about the husbands who protect them 24/7? You know how much private security costs? There's a reason why only rich people can afford a personal bodyguard. Back into the article. Women are commonly victims of sex crimes, and when men are overwhelmingly the perpetrators, including against other men, there are enough men who have hurt or are capable of hurting women, and women have no way of knowing which ones these are. While much violence against women comes from men they know, the risk of danger from men they don't know is something that informs their day-to-day lives.
Oh my God. This embodies the level of victim where women get to walk around the world in a world where men protect them. All this hate towards men, but when they need protection, they call police, men, army, men. Everybody, every institution of protection is completely governed by men, and none of these women want a woman to show up if there's anything going against a man. And in my community, the women are so masculine and violent that they fight against men and then play victim when the men fight back. This is commonly victims. No, it's not no commonly victims. Women are more commonly victimized by other women more than other men. It's interesting to see this article that just panders to the hate inside of women, that completely takes away the continuity and love that could be between men and women. It consistently puts us at a place of odds and ends, because it makes you want to go outside and be afraid. Just imagine that. You're walking through a dark alley. There's a guy, just got off of work, walking down the same alley. Probably got his headphones on. He sees a woman. He's worried about, damn, why is she out this late? You know what I'm saying? That's what good men do. That's the first thing I think when I see a woman out late at night. Like, why is she out so late? Then I start looking around to see, is someone chasing her? Is she invited? Is she in care? And then I look to see her state of being. Okay, she seems calm. She seems like she doesn't want to be bothered. All right, cool. I'm gonna go about my business. It's not like I see a woman, oh my God, she's a victim. No, but from her point of view, why does she think that way? Why does she look and see over there, oh, there's another guy? Why can't she look at me and be like, oh shit, he's walking calm, he's listening to music. Oh, his demeanor seems safe. Hey, can I say hi to him? Yeah. Where's the reciprocation of understanding safety in our environment from women? It's not all fear. This day-to-day life stuff is what you impose on yourself because you decided to be a man. This all comes out of masculine energy. Feminine energy attracts masculine energy. Masculine energy attracts more masculine energy, because that's how men are in our lives. Amongst men, the more manly you are, we have to one up. It's a natural part of our sciences. So when you're a woman doing that and you can't stand into the physical presence of a man, of course he's going to be threatening, because you came into it with qualities that you don't possess. So don't do that. You know? Be yourself. Don't buck up to get bucked down. Men, we know this in life. We have a camaraderie respect amongst men that the threat of violence is there. But we do that so we can protect women from bad men. And we know who the bad men are. Why don't you? You know why? Because you love the bad men.
That's because these same feminists also vote for cashless bail, which lets criminals out the same day they commit a crime so they can get smashed out by criminal Chads and Tyrones. Modern women are so numb from getting banged out that they become attracted to the most toxic and wild males. There are multiple stories from the news of these females choosing thug dick over good men and being deleted by that very thug.
Thank you, sir.
Put the crab leg down.
Back to the video.
What the hell
For
was
example, research shows that women change their behavior, making certain decisions about the routes they take or what they wear, to avoid harassment or abuse from men in public. Scholars such as Fiona Vera Gray refer to this as safety work.
This is absolute crap, man. Women dress the most provocative they ever did. My body, my choice. I've seen the craziest shit in the world, man, here. Especially here in Santa Monica and Venice Beach, California, man. I don't want to hear this talking about safety routes and all this other stuff, man. This is one of the safest environments in the world. They do this stuff just so they can get brownie points. Just so they can put something on TikTok. This is crazy. Men, we have our own safety work. You know what I'm saying? There's neighborhoods I have to be careful in. Rival gangs, rival friends, people I've gotten in fights with. It's on site. That's just a part of a male lives. You fight, you win. You fight, you lose. Fights are never over. You know what I'm saying? You want to come together as brothers, but with so many men with female emotions nowadays, they don't understand how to come back to camaraderie. That's why everything goes to guns. You know what I'm saying? You fight a dude, y'all square it out, y'all should be good. Now you fight a dude, he now gets in his mind, I can't beat him physically, so I need to shoot him. That's weak shit. Weak. So this safety stuff right here, ugh. We all have to practice tact in what we wear. I can't walk around with my dick out. Safety work. We all practice safety work. Man. I'm not as triggered as I was in part one. So I feel a lot better about this one.
There's a reason why camping grounds say don't leave food out or wash your hands after you've eaten, because it will attract the bears. These females dress like streetwalkers to get male attention and are shocked they get unwanted attention. And this author just proves why the city girl lifestyle is so dangerous. She's making a great argument for the trad wives.
You know, bears are masters at disguising how dangerous they really are. They're a fuzzy furball with the strength of 5 men. They've got cute little paws with pretty big claws. Plus, they've got a boopable snoot full of sharp teeth and a bite force of 800 pounds.
Back to the article. Women's view of men is also colored by their non-violent actions that harm women. Clearly, bears also do not contribute to or uphold systemic sexism and misogyny.
Non-violent actions. So, I've had women come up to me and ask me about my dick size. I've had women, while my girl goes to the bathroom, ask me if my woman sucks my dick properly. You want to talk about improper, non-violent actions that women do? Women get away with murder when it comes to sexual aggression. I'll give you a quick little story. I'm sitting out there at the bungalow. I'm standing in line, just waiting to go in like everybody else. I'm chilling. I have my little necklace on. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's usually a black chain with a little screw on it that looks like the male sign. You know, the male sign. You know, the woman sign and the male sign. So I have mine on. A girl in front of me turns around, looks at me, pulls my chain out of my shirt because the imprint was shining through my white shirt, and pulls it out and looks at it. I look at her. I grab her tits. She gets mad. And then when she touches the dude behind him, and when he turns around, I'm like, she touched me. Who gave her permission to touch me? Real simple. And bear in mind, I'm 6'1". You know what I'm saying? I'm like almost 215. So he turned around and was like, holy shit. And I was like, who gave her permission to touch me? I looked at her. Why did you touch me? And she was like, I liked your chain. Well, I was like, I liked your tits. Who gave you permission? If you don't want me touching you, don't touch me. She was like, it's not the same. No, it's my property. That's your property, right? I had to break her down. Eventually, they got all calm. But if it wasn't for the fact that I'm naturally intimidating, it could have probably went a whole different scenario. But I was really calm in that matter because I don't play that game. I got 7 younger sisters. I already tell them, you don't touch no man if you don't want to be touched back. Don't be playing this game. It don't work that way. But see, nobody speaks about the types of things that women do towards men because men, most of the time, we brush it aside while women want to go get clickbait. So I always tell men, stand up on your square with these women. Shame, chastise, and put them right back where they should be immediately if they're out of place with you personally in your personal space. So if you get out of place with me, I'm going to put you back in place away from me naturally and go get your dudes. I am always on non-violent actions. Man, women do non-violent actions all day, especially sneak dissing. That's like a part of their game plan. Aye.
Most men do. Uphold the patriarchy as in get drafted to fight wars?
I can't imagine what it would be like to be a frontline woman who fell into enemy hands. I mean, that's a level of absolute bloody catastrophic hell that I think that we should be very, very cautious about exposing anyone to. And so I have a proclivity to think that women are differentially susceptible to exploitation on the captured enemy front. And I don't know exactly, given credence to what you say about making sure we have the most qualified people, maybe you can ask people to face their death. I don't know if it's okay to ask them to face endless gang and then death. That's pushing the envelope.
Or what about to get canceled?
Dude, it gets no more alive than that. And this is, and I'm speaking that, I'm going to be as sexist as possible right now. A man will fight to the last man. I am 100% sure that a group of women will drop the bomb. They will press the button. They will press the nuclear button when they see that their options of winning the war are not there. Men, we will fight to the last man. Custer's last stand. How many stories? Oh my God, Stalingrad. Whoo, the Russians were kicking ass then. You know what I'm saying? Men will fight to the last man. That women will not. That button will be pressed. They will pop the nuclear bomb. That's why they cannot be trusted.
Automatically and fired if a female claims she's uncomfortable. There are billionaires who had to sell their sports franchises because of female accusations. Is that what she's talking about?
The Snyders have faced a lot of pressure to sell the team amid investigations into the misconduct in the front office.
This has been an ongoing cycle of investigations, and then Snyder and spokespeople issue out comments, rebuttals, statements after more and more investigations and allegations against ownership.
DC's Attorney General is suing the Washington Commanders, Dan Snyder, the NFL, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
The AG accused them of lying to the public and covering up allegations of misconduct.
So Attorney General Carl Racine has been prolific over the past 5 or 6 years in his use and enforcement of the district's Consumer Protection Act, and he's using it here again.
No one, not Mr. Snyder, not Mr. Goodell, no entity, not the Commanders, not even the National Football League, is above the law.
Of course.
Let me say, this lawfare, which is going on against all men, and the coddling of these educated simps, to try to get brownie points from women, so they can be loved and cherished like they were never loved and cherished, because like real men gonna take your woman anyway. I don't care how much you get in front of the camera. I'ma still. Whew. This lawfare against men, to transfer money from men to women right now in history, has got to end. And I'm telling you, that's why men are walking away. And women are saying this walk away is going to get deeper and deeper than they think, and to the point where the institutions that maintain society, men, we're not going to give it to women. We're not. And they don't understand, because they can't. Women, even in a mass group, cannot do the work to maintain society. They need us for that. And it's more of a necessity than water and air. And they don't even realize it yet. But it's coming, because they cannot stop. This is the fall of like all great civilizations, where this momentum they got to try to destroy anything that represents masculinity in its virtuous form, because that's exalted. They're destroying virtue in its highest form. Just like any reputations of virtue, from Star Wars to Indiana Jones to the Marvel characters. Oh my God, dude, The Boys just killed me. The Boys really hurt me. The Boys season 4, it's just, I have to take walk and wash out my body and my soul after watching The Boys season 4, the first 3 episodes. Jesus, it was horrible. But this control, and then these weak men. Oh, let me tell you, weak men with power are the worst. And they're only getting there not through the merit of their actually skills and ability. They're getting there because they're pandering. And panderers are the worst to me.
course, for Commanders fans, it's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds. But really, just on a national scope, it's interesting to see how a team and a person and an organization that has so many investigations pending from Congress, from D.C., from Maryland, Virginia, and others, how this will all shake out if Snyder eventually sells.
Yeah, and just imagine, he changed the name for the woke. Put all the woke people in office. That's what you do wrong. You trying to virtue signal. I'll give Snyder, that was his fuck up. You tried to virtue signal and hire all these woke people thinking that you were doing the right thing, while all you did was bring the enemy into your house. Now you have no support and no help. You're the owner. Your best bet is to just say, fuck all this shit. I ain't got to deal with that. You got to go to Donald Trump route. Fuck you, fuck off. This don't mean nothing. And let them keep going on through litigations, and let them keep talking and talking and talking while you go out there and put a winning football team on the field. That's what you need to do, Snyder, instead of getting caught up in all this. But you dug yourself this own hole. You brought the enemy into your house. You welcomed the vampire, you welcomed the bloodsuckers into your house. They're in all your positions, and they brought their people with them. Now you have no support in your organization. How does that look, sir? You don't accept the woke. In the words of Yoda, found out and fuck around. You know? This is sad, bruh. Super sad.
Ooh, here we go again. Thank you guys again for watching Dino Reacts. And as always, if you like my content, like, comment, and subscribe. And always, chef's kiss. Mwah.